Remember those days when sleep came so easily? Now it feels like your body has forgotten how. But what if it hasn't? What if it just needs the right foods to remember?
Have you ever noticed how, as the years go by, sleep doesn't come as easily as it once did? You go to bed feeling tired, but your mind refuses to rest. You toss, you turn, you check the clock, 1 a.m., then 3 a.m., and before you know it, the sun is rising. And the next morning, you tell yourself the same thing. Maybe it's just age. But what if it's not just age? What if your body is simply missing something it once had plenty of? Tonight, we're not talking about sleeping pills or complicated bedtime routines. We're talking about nature's own sleep medicine, the foods that boost your sleep hormones naturally. Because deep, peaceful sleep isn't just about closing your eyes, it's about helping your body create the right chemistry. And that chemistry starts with what's on your plate. So, if you're someone who wants to fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up refreshed without relying on medication, this video is for you. Let's explore the superfoods that awaken your melatonin, calm your cortisol, and bring back the rhythm of restful nights.
There was a time when sleep came effortlessly. You'd close your eyes, drift off within minutes, and wake up feeling fresh, ready to take on the day. But now, you might go to bed at the same time, but your eyes stay open, your mind keeps wandering, and the night feels longer than it used to. You fall asleep for a while, only to wake up again at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, asking yourself, why can't I sleep like before? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Nearly 50% of adults over 50 experience some form of sleep disturbance, difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early. And while many people blame it on just getting older, there's a deeper story happening inside your body, one that has everything to do with your hormones, your brain chemistry, and even your daily habits.
The hidden conductor of your sleep, melatonin. Let's start with the quiet hero, melatonin. Think of melatonin as the sunset inside your body. Every evening, as the sun begins to fade and the world around you grows darker, your brain receives a signal through your eyes. That signal travels deep inside your head to a tiny, pea-sized gland called the pineal gland. And that's where the magic begins. The pineal gland begins to release melatonin, a natural hormone that gently tells your body, all right, it's time to slow down, time to rest. Your temperature drops slightly, your muscles relax, your thoughts start to quiet. It's your body's way of dimming the lights internally, preparing you for deep, restorative sleep. But here's the challenge. As we age, that signal starts to weaken.
Why the internal sunset fades with age. Imagine your body's melatonin production as a candle. When you're young, the flame burns bright. Your pineal gland is active, your hormones are in sync, and your body naturally knows when it's time to rest. But over time, that candle burns lower and lower. Your body produces less melatonin, and the signal that once shouted, "Go to sleep," becomes just a whisper. And this decline doesn't happen overnight. It's gradual, often starting in your 40s or 50s. By the time you reach your 60s or 70s, your melatonin levels can be less than half of what they were in your youth. That's why older adults often fall asleep later, wake up earlier, or find their sleep more fragmented. It's not that your body has forgotten how to sleep, it's that your inner timekeeper is losing its rhythm.
The pineal gland, the clock inside you. So what exactly happens inside this tiny pineal gland? This small structure, located deep in the brain, responds directly to light and darkness. When light hits your eyes, it tells your brain to pause melatonin. This keeps you awake and alert. When darkness falls, the signal reverses. The brain releases melatonin, preparing you for rest. But with age, The pineal gland becomes less sensitive to light and less efficient at producing melatonin. This means your circadian rhythm, your body's natural 24-hour clock, starts to drift off beat. You might feel sleepy during the day and wide awake at night. You might wake up too early, unable to fall back asleep. And your deep sleep, the kind that truly restores your body and mind, becomes shorter. It's not your imagination, it's biology.
The everyday culprits that make it worse. Now here's where modern life adds fuel to the fire. Even if your body is naturally producing less melatonin with age, our daily habits can push that level even lower. Let's look at a few of the biggest culprits. Caffeine. Even a small cup of coffee in the afternoon can block melatonin for hours. Studies show caffeine can delay melatonin production by up to 40%, meaning your brain doesn't get the sleep signal when it should. Sugar and refined carbs. Evening desserts or late-night snacks cause blood sugar spikes that keep your brain alert, not relaxed. Artificial light. The blue light from your phone, TV, or LED bulbs tells your brain it's still daytime. Your pineal gland gets confused. It delays melatonin release, and suddenly you're lying in bed at midnight wide awake. Stress. When your body is under stress, it releases cortisol, the wake-up hormone. Cortisol and melatonin work opposite each other. When one goes up, the other goes down. Chronic stress keeps melatonin suppressed, even if you feel tired. All of these factors combined like layers of noise, drowning out your body's natural rhythm. It's like trying to fall asleep in a room where the lights never fully turn off.
Before we explore the foods that help you sleep better, let's first meet the 3 quiet heroes working inside your body every night. Your sleep allies. Because sleep isn't just about closing your eyes. It's a delicate dance of hormones and minerals, all sending signals that tell your body it's time to rest. And understanding these signals, melatonin, serotonin, and magnesium, is the key to reclaiming your peaceful nights. Number 1. Melatonin, the body's natural sleep signal. Let's begin with melatonin, your body's master sleep hormone. Think of melatonin as your internal clock's soft lullaby, a gentle whisper to every cell in your body that says, the day is over, it's time to rest. Here's how it works. As daylight fades and darkness begins to fall, the light entering your eyes decreases. That change in light tells a tiny gland in your brain, the pineal gland, to start releasing melatonin into your bloodstream. Once it's released, melatonin travels throughout your body, calming your brain, lowering your body temperature slightly, and making you feel drowsy. It doesn't force you to sleep. Instead, it invites your body to slow down. You can think of melatonin as the conductor of the nighttime orchestra. It doesn't play the music itself, but without it, nothing happens in harmony. But as we age, this conductor gets tired. Your pineal gland produces less melatonin naturally, especially after the age of 50. That's why so many older adults find themselves lying awake longer or waking up earlier. Their melatonin signal simply isn't strong enough. And unfortunately, modern habits make things worse. Bright screens, artificial lights, stress, caffeine, all of these mute the melatonin message, confusing your body's natural rhythm. But here's the good news. Melatonin is made from something called serotonin, which means if you help your body make more serotonin, it can naturally make more melatonin too. And that brings us to our second ally.
2. Serotonin, the mood stabilizer and melatonin builder. If melatonin is the lullaby that puts you to sleep, serotonin is the sunshine that keeps your mood bright during the day. Serotonin is often called the feel-good hormone. It's what gives you emotional stability, calmness, and a sense of well-being. But there's a secret most people don't know. Serotonin is also the precursor, the building block of melatonin. Your body can't make melatonin without serotonin. It's like trying to bake a cake without flour.
Here's how the process works. During the day, exposure to sunlight and certain amino acids from food, especially tryptophan, help your body create serotonin. Then when night falls, your brain converts some of that serotonin into melatonin, the hormone that guides you into sleep. So in simple terms, daytime serotonin equals nighttime melatonin. That's why spending time outdoors in natural light during the day helps you sleep better at night. It charges up your serotonin stores, so when night arrives, your brain has what it needs to create melatonin naturally. But here's the challenge many seniors face. As we age, serotonin levels tend to drop. This can be due to less sunlight exposure, reduced activity, or even certain medications that affect serotonin production. And when serotonin drops, mood, motivation, and sleep all suffer. You may feel more anxious, more restless at night, and wake up feeling unrefreshed. Not because you didn't try hard enough to sleep, but because your body didn't have the raw materials to make the sleep hormones it needs. That's where food plays a powerful role. Certain foods rich in tryptophan, magnesium, and B vitamins can boost serotonin naturally, without pills or supplements. These foods help your brain rebuild its calm, steady rhythm, so that when the day ends, your body can easily switch gears and begin producing melatonin once again. And while serotonin and melatonin are the hormones that set the rhythm, there's one more key player that helps them perform their best: magnesium.
3. Magnesium, the calming mineral. If melatonin is the signal that tells you to sleep, and serotonin is the mood stabilizer that keeps you emotionally balanced, then magnesium is the quiet peacekeeper that helps everything run smoothly. You could call magnesium the body's natural tranquilizer, but without side effects. It calms the nervous system, relaxes muscles, and helps reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that often keeps us awake at night. Think about it. Have you ever tried to fall asleep when your mind is racing or your muscles are tense? That's your nervous system being too alert, too active. Magnesium's role is to turn down that mental noise and physical tension so your body can truly relax. Here's the fascinating part. Magnesium doesn't just relax you, it also works with serotonin and melatonin directly. It helps your brain's receptors become more sensitive to these hormones. In other words, magnesium helps your brain listen better to melatonin's time to sleep message. Without enough magnesium, even if your body makes melatonin, your brain might not respond effectively to it. That's why magnesium deficiency is often linked to insomnia, anxiety, and restless leg syndrome, conditions that become more common with age. Unfortunately, studies show that up to 70% of older adults may not be getting enough magnesium, often because it's stripped out of processed foods or lost due to certain medications. But the solution is simple and natural. Foods like almonds, pumpkin seeds, spinach, and dark chocolate can gently restore your magnesium levels, helping your muscles relax and your brain prepare for sleep. So when you eat magnesium-rich foods in the evening, you're not just nourishing your body, you're helping your brain reconnect with its natural rhythm.
The beautiful balance between the three. These three, melatonin, serotonin, and magnesium, work together like a symphony. Melatonin is the nighttime conductor, guiding your body into rest. Serotonin is the daytime composer, creating emotional balance and building the foundation for melatonin to exist. Magnesium is the peacekeeper, ensuring both of them can work smoothly and calmly, without stress interference. When all three are in harmony, your nights feel peaceful, your mornings refreshed, and your days emotionally stable.
But when one of them falls out of balance, everything else follows. For example, low magnesium increases cortisol, stress hormone, which suppresses melatonin. Low serotonin means your brain can't make enough melatonin at night. Low melatonin disrupts your entire sleep-wake rhythm, leaving you tired and moody the next day. The cycle becomes fragile until you start feeding it again.
How your choices influence these hormones every day. Every meal you eat sends a message to your hormones. When you choose foods rich in natural nutrients, whole grains, nuts, leafy greens, fruits, you're giving your body what it needs to produce these sleep-supporting chemicals. But when you eat processed, sugary, or overly refined foods, you're essentially starving these systems. Your body runs out of magnesium, your serotonin drops, and your melatonin never fully activates. That's why your evening meal and bedtime snacks matter more than most people think. You're not just eating to fill your stomach, you're eating to tell your body it's time to wind down. The superfoods that help you sleep naturally. Number 1. Kiwi, the tiny sleep miracle. Who would have thought that this small, fuzzy fruit could be one of the world's best natural sleep aids? Kiwi is rich in serotonin, vitamin C, and antioxidants, and studies show that eating 1 to 2 kiwis about an hour before bed can improve sleep duration and quality. How? Because serotonin from kiwi helps your brain produce more melatonin, and its antioxidants repair oxidative stress, which often rises with age and disturbs sleep. So, the next time you crave something light before bed, skip the cookies and reach for kiwi. It's sweet, gentle on digestion, and your brain will thank you later that night. 2. Tart cherries, nature's melatonin source. Tart cherries are one of the only natural food sources of melatonin. A glass of tart cherry juice or a small handful of dried tart cherries in the evening can help your body signal bedtime faster. In fact, one study found that older adults who drank tart cherry juice twice a day slept up to 90 minutes longer per night. Just make sure it's unsweetened, because sugar before bed will cancel out the benefits. So if sleep has become elusive, tart cherries are your natural, delicious rescue.
3. Almonds, the magnesium booster. Many people think of almonds as heart-healthy, and they are, but they're also incredibly sleep-friendly. Almonds contain magnesium, which relaxes your muscles and quiets your nervous system. It also helps regulate melatonin. Just a small handful, about 5 to 8 almonds before bed, can help you feel calmer and reduce night awakenings. For seniors especially, magnesium-rich foods like almonds can help with muscle cramps, restless legs, and that wired but tired feeling at night.
4. Warm milk or golden milk. The classic still works. Remember how, as children, we were given warm milk before bed? It wasn't just comfort, it was chemistry. Milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin and melatonin. When paired with a little turmeric for anti-inflammatory effects and a pinch of nutmeg or cinnamon, it becomes a powerful bedtime elixir. Try this. Warm a cup of milk, add a pinch of turmeric and nutmeg, stir in a little honey, and sip slowly about 45 minutes before bed. You'll not only fall asleep faster, but you'll also wake up feeling rested, not groggy. 5. Bananas, the calm in a peel. Bananas are often called nature's stress relievers. They're rich in potassium, magnesium, and tryptophan, the same trio that helps relax muscles and produce melatonin. Eating a banana in the evening helps stabilize blood sugar levels too, preventing those midnight energy spikes that wake you up suddenly. Pair half a banana with a few almonds for the perfect late-night snack. Simple, natural, and deeply effective. 6. Oats, the gentle sleep grain.
Oats don't just make for a great breakfast, they're also an ideal evening food. They contain melatonin, complex carbs, and B vitamins that help your brain absorb tryptophan more efficiently. A small bowl of warm oats with a drizzle of honey and sliced banana before bed can relax your system like nothing else. And here's the secret. Complex carbs help tryptophan cross into your brain, boosting serotonin and melatonin levels faster. That's why oatmeal is far better for sleep than sugary or processed snacks. 6. Oats, the gentle sleep grain. Oats don't just make for a great breakfast, they're also an ideal evening food. They contain melatonin, complex carbs, and B vitamins that help your brain absorb tryptophan more efficiently. A small bowl of warm oats with a drizzle of honey and sliced banana before bed can relax your system like nothing else. And here's the secret. Complex carbs help tryptophan cross into your brain, boosting serotonin and melatonin levels faster. That's why oatmeal is far better for sleep than sugary or processed snacks.
8. Honey, the brand's sweet signal for rest. This one might surprise you. A teaspoon of honey before bed can actually help you sleep better. Here's why. A tiny bit of natural sugar from honey helps your brain release tryptophan. That tryptophan then turns into serotonin and later melatonin. It's nature's gentle way of telling your body it's safe to rest now. 9. Seeds, tiny sleep builders. Pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, and sunflower seeds are packed with tryptophan, magnesium, and zinc, the 3 minerals your brain uses to produce melatonin. A tablespoon of pumpkin seeds in the evening, added to yogurt or oats, can work wonders for sleep rhythm, especially for older adults whose melatonin production has slowed naturally. The perfect sleep-boosting routine. Now that you know the foods, let's put them together. Try this simple, natural, sleep-boosting evening routine. Dinner, 7 to 8 p.m. Include greens like spinach or kale and complex carbs like brown rice or quinoa. After dinner, 8:30 p.m. Sip on warm golden milk or herbal tea. Bedtime snack, 9 to 9:30 p.m. A kiwi or a banana with a few almonds. Before bed, 10 p.m., a teaspoon of honey or a few tart cherries. You'll be feeding your body a steady supply of nutrients that slowly guide it from wakefulness to rest, naturally.
Beyond food, the hidden connection. Remember, these superfoods don't just feed your body, they remind it of balance. When you eat with intention, your body listens. And as you age, sleep is not lost. It's simply waiting to be rekindled. With the right foods, calm evenings, and a relaxed mind, you can help your body return to its natural rhythm, one peaceful night at a time.
Final message. So tonight, when you lie down and the world around you grows quiet, remember this. Your body hasn't forgotten how to sleep. It just needs the right nourishment. Every cell in your body wants to rest, heal, and restore. You just have to give it the signal, not through pills or exhaustion, but through care and natural balance. Start with your plate. Feed your sleep, not your stress. And little by little, night after night, your body will remember what peaceful rest truly feels like. Because better sleep doesn't start in your bed. It starts in your kitchen.